KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
Welcome to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from the AMP.TV mobile studios here in fabulous Las Vegas. That's AAMP.TV. An important message for consumers, business owners, and managers for information on the best high-speed internet, satellite TV, cell phone service, identity protection, home and business security and automation, credit card processing, plus savings on electricity and gas. Contact 702-799-9935. 702-799-9935. That's for information on smart savings for homes and businesses. 702-799-9935. Or learn more at safelyspend.com. That's safelyspend.com. A big welcome to everybody listening in on Magic 97.9 FM right here in Las Vegas, and our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast. Also our friends down on Talk 1490 WIRB, as well as those listening in on iHeart, Spotify, and watching us on Hotel Television and AMP TV, AAMP.TV. Colorado joins California and passes a bill allowing college athletes to profit off of names and likenesses. Why am I booing that? Why am I booing? Why would you think that I'd be booing such a thing?
I don't know. You don't like people making money off of their own name?
It's not about that. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. What I don't like about this is the possibility of payoffs and the possibility of, for example, XYZ car dealership. We won't even name brand, right? Because we've been sponsored by Ford, Lincoln, Mercedes, Toyota, Kia, whatever. I won't even say. So player X is sponsored by ABC brand, for example, whatever that means, right? Okay. And let's just say they want to give him a little bit of money for his likeness. I don't know, $1,000 or a couple $1,000 for doing a car commercial or something to that effect, right? I'm okay with that. I don't care about that, right? But here's where I have a problem, and here's where the muddy water kind of meets your feet. Put it that way. When you have car dealer ABC and they pay, I don't know, $100,000, for example, 100 G's for player X to sponsor this company for whatever, their new car promotion, whatever the hell that means, doesn't matter. So when it goes beyond a reasonable number, let's just say, right? That's when now we're talking about the possibility of fixing games and the possibility of compromising collegiate athletics. This is where the problem lies. Now, Colorado Governor Jared Polis, nice name, huh? Polis, signed, it could be Polis, but I'm calling him Polis, signed the bill into law just the other day, according to USA Today, after it was approved unanimously in the Senate and by a 55-9 margin in the House of Representatives. The law is set to go into effect on January 1st, 2023, the same date that a similar law will go into effect in California. That bill was passed, in fact, way back in September. Now, the bill was one of 35 that the governor signed on Friday. Actually, it was just last Friday. Per the reports, though they were signed without an audience, of course, due to the pandemic that's going on. I love the fact that they were signed without an audience. Come on, man. All right, moving on. So they're signed without an audience. Now, the NCAA initially opposed the bill, calling it unconstitutional. However, has since changed its stance slightly. In October, NCAA's Board of Governors voted unanimously to immediately consider updates to relevant bylaws and policies regarding athletes' names and image rights. It's working on creating a set of rules that would be used nationally rather than state by state. Now, that makes a little bit more sense, but we'll get into that in a second. More than 20 other states, per the report, are currently working on similar legislations, including New York, Illinois, Nebraska, and a bunch more. The Florida legislature sent a bill to Governor Ron DeSantis last week saying, hey, we want in on this. Colorado, however, is just the second state to pass such a bill. NCAA, per the report, said this week that its governing board is still set to receive recommendations concerning national rule changes and upcoming meetings in the next month. What does all this stuff mean? So to me, as I see it, I see that, okay, fine, the players are going to get paid a spot, and they should get paid for their likeness. And look, there's been a lot of that going on for years and years. I think one of the O'Bannon brothers from UCLA back in the 1990s had an issue with UCLA misusing their likeness and so forth and so on. All right. And so I applaud the idea that players can actually make a buck off their own name. I mean, so Sonar, if somebody wants to say, hey, I want to buy a They Love or, I Love Sonar shirt or something like that. And then it's only in, hypothetically, Sports Circus colors. But it's not carrying the big top, yet it is indirectly affiliated. That's where the water gets a little bit muddy once again.
Well, yeah, your knockoff, right? Water. Yeah, your knockoff. Right there. Yeah. But that's the same thing if I wanted to turn around and start making Sal's number 1 T-shirts and I just put your face on it. If I'm selling T-shirts with your face on it, don't you think you deserve a little bit of that money?
Absolutely. Hey, I'm okay with the idea of the players making money from the use of their likeness. What I'm not okay with is the possibility of the manipulation of the model. This is where I have a problem, and I think it's very legitimate. Look, for all you people listening on the financial channels, Money Matters Radio over in Boston or CNBC in LA, et cetera, et cetera. Look, NBC News even. Look, Westwood One News. You got to realize that from a business standpoint, this is where athletics meets business, but it also meets compliance and regulatory issues. And now with the possibility that extra money could be paid for potential game fixing. That's a very real possibility.
That's
right?
No different than the professionals. The professionals could easily take something like that.
Hold on. No. These are amateur athletes. And when you have amateur athletes at the table, amateur athletes are just that. They are amateur athletes.
Oh, okay.
What do you have to say about that?
Amateur athletes will take money a lot more often than professional athletes.
Of course they will.
Because professional athletes never take money, and there wasn't any kind or professional referees never take money either. And there definitely wasn't a guy who played baseball and managed a team, and he took money. There wasn't that guy who did it. There wasn't people that went to jail for things like this. You're right. Professional athletes, they never take money because they're professionals.
No, they're professionals, so they don't need to take money. But at the end of the day, they're all taking money. And so my concern is the possible compromising of the athletes at the collegiate level and hell, even the high school level at this point, because high school players are going to be able to take in money from their likeness as well. I mean, imagine James when he was a high school student, right? People probably either threw money at him or his parents or whatever the heck it is. And so now the parents are in on it. Now the possibility of a misappropriation of funds takes place. That's the part that I'm concerned about because, again, those funds could be used for game fixing. Now that gambling is legal on professional sports games, this is where it gets real messy because now the manipulation of this new law in Colorado and California for the players to use their likeness, this is a big deal. Now you take that and you combine that with the ability for players to move from school to school to school, right? Now, certain schools will get more looks from scouts and so forth. The problem with this model, again, is that if student X goes over to school L, whatever that means. Okay, because L has better recruiting. L has better this, better facilities, better whatever. And I'm going to get into this whole switching schools thing in the next segment. But the fact is, They're going to this other school purely for money, not for education. And the fact is, these schools now are showing the business colors instead of the actual academics that they should be showing.
Yeah, you're right. It is an academic game. It should be that way. Okay, but if it's an academic game, stop selling tickets, stop selling advertisements, stop selling video games, stop making money off of this collegiate endeavor. It should be 100% free for everybody, and yeah, it shouldn't have any kind of business, and no one should make a single dollar off of it.
Well, they can't do that because the tuition is not free, and the teachers don't teach for free. This is not a socialist economy. This is a capitalistic economy.
And there you go. As a capitalistic economy, I should be able to make money off of my own likeness, regardless of what my job is. If my
Buddy, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that whatsoever.
Or let's say it's regardless of my job, regardless of my hobby. If my hobby is to play collegiate sports, then you should be able to pay me for my likeness because my hobby gives me that.
And that's fine. And so be it. Again, my problem is not that the collegiate athletics or the athletes have the ability to make money. It's the possibility that collegiate athletics themselves could be tainted, and of course those games are gambled upon. And pick your favorite casino, your favorite sports book, whatever. Right here in Las Vegas, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter where you're at because now you can online bet. Tell you what, the water's getting very, very murky right about now, and it's going to get worse. So fasten your seatbelt, folks. We're going to be back in a few minutes here on the Sports Circus. Lots more to come. Don't go anywhere.
Do you have any questions about legal issues? Have you ever been stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket that you're scared to deal with? Have you ever been in trouble with the law and don't know what to do? Do you have a will or power of attorney question? Is your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know where to turn? Maybe you were given a contract that you don't understand. For freedom and a worry-free solution, call for Legal Shield today at 213-245-1305. It's that simple. You will have access to high-quality law firms that will fight for you for less than $1 a day. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit us at nocourt.us. It's justice for all and not justice for some. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's ABTRUSTCO.com or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. This is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus. Why listen to the same old dog and pony show that you've heard all day long? The Sports Circus covers everything that other shows don't or are too scared to cover. There's no primetime show like it out here that'll punch you in the mouth and you'll beg for more. You can call in and participate with our chaos if you dare. Join me and celebrity guests for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. Pacific here on AMP TV or stream the show live at thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus, so we prove it every day. So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now.
Welcome to the Sports Circus, live from the AMP.TV studios here in Las Vegas. This segment is brought to you by Cali Vegas, helping people create and host their very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk shows. Cali Vegas can help with everything they need to get out of sitting in hours of traffic, like they're probably doing right now, and host their very own talk show in their very own studio. For more information, contact Cali Vegas at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Again, 949-445-1119, or visit them online for more information at calivegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. Welcome back to everybody listening in on Magic 97.9 FM right here in Las Vegas and our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Hotel Television in 650,000 rooms in 198 markets. That deserves another round of applause. Welcome, everybody watching us on Hotel TV as well as AMP TV. That's AAMP.TV. All right. I had mentioned a little bit about using likeness and making decisions in the last segment. We talked a little bit about schools allowing players to switch and so forth and then become eligible and whatnot. Now, sometimes when you take a student athlete, and let's just say they go to a fantastic school academically, which still has really good eyes from pick your favorite sport, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, whatever, right? We'd say the four major food groups of professional sports. But what about this? What about when a student goes from an academic superpower to, in my opinion, an academic blunder? What do you do? What happens? What do you do? How do you take this? How do you take this? Do you take it as this guy, in this case it's a guy, his name is Seth Towns. Do you take it that Seth couldn't handle it? He couldn't handle the pressure of being at an Ivy League school? I don't necessarily believe that. I believe he certainly could because, hey, this guy, which we're going to talk about in just a moment here, this guy had the ability to stick it out at Harvard. So Harvard's Seth Towns actually transfers to Ohio State.
You talk about paying your players.
Well, yeah, that's where I'm going. This goes right back to the paying the players. I mean, remember, Ohio State has a $100 million recruiting budget. $100 million. Now, former Harvard forward Seth Towns announced on the Four Letter Network that he will be transferring to Ohio State. He says, quote, "I'm coming home. From a basketball standpoint, it makes sense for me. Obviously, there's no place like home. Coach Chris Holtman and I have developed a really good relationship. I trust him wholly. It's great. It's been my childhood dream. I've been painting pictures of me sitting in an Ohio State jersey on my childhood bedroom wall. Even still, I got that when I was only 2 years old." Close quote. Now, the basketball is one thing. Now, the problem here is that the last time Towns was seen on a college basketball court was 742 days ago. He sat during the 2018-19 season and the 2019 and 20 season because he had knee injuries. Now, there are very real questions here, big question marks we're talking about. And just how healthy could he actually be? We don't know. I mean, the body is resilient. It does recover, right? Now, there are also very real question marks about whether he's actually don't know, gotten better over the course of the last couple seasons? Is he still in shape? Can he still compete even at an Ivy League player of the year level? Now, there's some reasons that I'm asking these questions. Then, of course, there's the obvious question. Does he have any care in the world about his life after basketball? Seriously, leaving Harvard for Ohio State is a virtual employment death sentence compared to Harvard, in my opinion. What a joke. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's complete lunacy. Now, look, if this guy didn't play 2 years over at Harvard because he's been injured, look, the competition in the Big Ten is significantly better. However, there's plenty of scouting in the Ivy League as well. Because remember, teams in the NBA, they want smart players, high IQ basketball players, as well as smart people, right? So why wouldn't you want to stay at a place like Harvard where you're going to get your degree? And I mean, whether they are doing this, that, and the other in concert with this country or that country, I don't know. Or there's a lot of stuff floating around out there. Pick your favorite news medium for that one. Another discussion for another time. But I will tell you that as I see it, I've been an academic recruiter for 20 years for Duke University, and I know what it takes to maintain grades, what also it takes to maintain the profile of getting a good job after the sporting career is over. Because let's face it, folks, there is a dramatic difference in academics between Harvard and the Ohio State University, period. Now, I'm not ripping on them. I'm just saying the facts are the facts. So, Sonar, you know what I'm talking about. Look, if you go to an Ivy League school and you're good enough to get into an Ivy League school academically, and let's say you're entering the job force, right? And let's just say we're going to compare the job force from an Ivy League student to the Naval Academy, which produces outstanding workforce members and outstanding people. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you try to bring in something that, I don't know, a state militia and try to compare it to the Naval Academy, buddy, that is night and day, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But you're talking to the wrong person about that, because I think all your pieces of paper are just fodder for the fire.
Come on, man. No.
Hey, congratulations for anybody that has a degree out there. Congratulations. You went through it. You stuck with it. You proved to the world that you could learn something over the course of a couple years, et cetera, et cetera. My thing is the information is out there nowadays where it doesn't even have to be taught to you. Everyone walks around with the Library of Alexandria in their pocket. The information is there. Just because somebody from one school taught it to you, then somebody from another school taught it to you, okay, sure, there's a difference. But I think a lot of those pieces of paper are no better than what people are searching the grocery store for right now.
Well, I believe that happens to be the case, in my opinion, with that school in Columbus, Ohio. I think academically, outside of agriculture, they're number 2 in the nation in agriculture. They're very, very good at that. Outside of that, I have to say, in my own opinion, in the professional world, what's out there, working in large organizations, seeing the workforce, you don't see a lot of big decision makers that come out of that university. I'm just using this as an example because we're talking about it.
There is a stigma. There is I guess a reputation that Ivy League is definitely better. I mean, but for me, I think having the information and being able to retain it is better than you having a piece of paper that says you went through it. Because for me, all that piece of paper says is that you were taught it. Not that you remember it, not that you can use it, not that that it's out there. It's that someone took the time and actually said it to your face. Like that's what that means.
I'll give you an applause for that, which I don't do very often. But your point is taken, point made. The problem is this. The methodology, the takeaways, the examples, the professor staff. If you look at and this is what I did before I chose to go to Duke, I looked at all the top schools. I could have went to any one of them, Harvard, MIT, Stanford, Northwestern, whatever, Yale. I did take class at Yale too. My point is this. You choose the right staff because that staff not only has the work experience, they're not career academics, they also have the applicable business experience or the real life experience where you could actually transfer that knowledge into something meaningful, like what you were saying. You could find it online. Sure, you could find the text online, but you can't find the transfer of knowledge and the methodology from the serious decision makers and from the people that have made big impact in the world today. So let's go back to medicine, for example. In the medical world today, right here in these United States of America, it is Duke and Johns Hopkins and then everybody else. Yeah. Like it or not, folks, these are the top research institutes in America. So people go out of their way to study at these institutes, kind of like the Cleveland Clinic, a fantastic program, right?
Because
and it's right there in the top group.
They're those tiers that you have to find somebody that matches, that has a pedagogic mentality that needs to fit how you learn. And that's what you need. You need them, and you need them to actually, they have proven success. That's absolutely true. And a lot of it is through the same thing you're talking about, which is their pedagogic methodology.
If you have a degree from XYZ school and you compare it to ABC school, okay, maybe it's an apple and an apple to a degree, but maybe one is a crab apple and one is a John of Gold, right? My point is there's a dramatic difference in degrees from universities, and that's known worldwide. That's not a mistake.
No, you're right.
There is a very big difference.
But I think it's not necessarily a full-fledged apple over. I think it's more the difference between a Granny Smith and a Fuji. They're all still apples. They're all still apples. Some just taste a little bit better, like my favorite, the Golden Delicious.
I like Golden Delicious apples. How about a round of applause for Golden Delicious apples?
Delicious apples all day, man. That's my favorite.
All right. We agree on the apples. That's great stuff. Folks, we're going to be back. How do you like them apples? We're going to be back with more apples here on the Sports Circus in just a few minutes. Lots more to come. Don't go anywhere.
Do you have any questions about legal issues? Have you ever been stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket that you're scared to deal with? Have you ever been in trouble with the law and don't know what to do? Do you have a will or power of attorney question? Is your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know where to turn? Maybe you were given a contract that you don't understand. For freedom and a worry-free solution, call for Legal Shield today at 213-245-1305. It's that simple. You will have access to high-quality law firms that will fight for you for less than $1 a day. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit us at nocourt.us. It's justice for all and not justice for some. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's ABTRUSTCO.com or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. This is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus. Why listen to the same old dog and pony show that you've heard all day long? The Sports Circus covers everything that other shows don't or are too scared to cover. There's no primetime show like it out here that'll punch you in the mouth and you'll beg for more. You can call in and participate with our chaos if you dare. Join me and celebrity guests for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. Pacific here on AMP TV or stream the show live at thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day. So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now.
Live from the mobile AMP.TV studios here in fabulous Las Vegas. That's AAMP.TV. This segment brought to you in part by Legal Shield, providing legal protection and peace of mind. Legal Shield can help with traffic tickets, texting and driving, DUIs, court appearances, drunk in public, and a whole bunch more, even contracts given to you that you may not understand. For more information, contact Legal Shield at 213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305. Again, 213-245-1305. Or visit them online for more information at nocourt.us. That's nocourt.us. Welcome back to everybody listening in on Magic 97.9 FM right here in fabulous Las Vegas, as well as our CBS, NBC, Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and our friends over on Hotel Television, all 650,000 rooms. And I don't know, we're rushing up on almost 5 million impressions per hour. Imagine that. Folks, do you know what that means? Sonar, explain what an impression is first for those people that don't have an idea of what an impression actually is in the advertising and marketing world.
Well, an impression is every single time someone sees, hears, smells, I guess tastes something that you do. So whether it's quick, just, hey, I saw your ad here, or hey, I watched your video, that's an impression.
Yeah. So imagine this. Sonar, every hour, 4.8 million impressions per hour. That is an advertiser's and marketer's dream, is it not?
It's great, man. It's one of those things that if we say buy X or try this, that's that many people that are doing it. We to jump into that terminology too. That's a call to action. Is what it is when you're told, hey, do this or jump over that or try this thing is a call to action. So essentially, if I say buy X product, then 400 million people, right?
No, it's actually 4.8 million per hour, or 400,000 per 5 minutes.
That's great.
400,000 per 5 minutes. Isn't that crazy?
Super crazy, man. There's people that bend over backwards to get stuff like that.
I know. It's unbelievable. You know what else they bend over backwards for? They bend over backwards for ice cream. Wouldn't you agree?
Hey-oh. Who doesn't like some good ice cream? Everybody's got a flavor. That's the cool part about ice cream. Is it's not like, it's almost like you know when you're on a date or you're a first date. I know you pick up the ladies here and there, bud. But you do so. Or that lame intro, like, so you like music? Like, everybody likes music. Everybody likes ice cream. We just all have different flavors. Some of them like raisins in it. Heck, I've met people that like pineapple ice cream. So it's out there.
Not bad.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Me, I'm a cherry Garcia guy.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh yeah.
I love the
cherry cordial
Garcia,
all day.
The chocolate cherry chunk or the cherries jubilee, whatever the heck it is. I love that cherry ice cream.
Oh yeah. But cherry cordials is my go-to every time.
Mine, if I had my way in a perfect world, it would be the Belgian chocolate raspberry. The best ice cream I've ever had the best ice cream I've ever had. It was discontinued. It was with Godiva. I love Godiva. Big round of applause for Godiva chocolates and stuff like that. My favorite ice cream was the chocolate raspberry. But then that was overtaken by the Haagen-Dazs Belgian chocolate. Now, if they could only swirl a little bit of raspberry in there, that would be the be-all, end-all, because the ice cream that used to be like that, and it was taken away some years ago, was actually discontinued. There was a place down in Belmont Shore in Long Beach, California, and it was kind of a cool strip that's about a mile long with a bunch of non-chain restaurants and shops, and a really cool place. It's just a couple blocks away from the shoreline, from the beach and everything. And there was a place over there, my favorite place of all time, was called Grandma's Sugar Plums. And they actually had the candied sugar plums, which to me, there was nothing better than those candied sugar plums. If you've never tried them, Google it and check it out. But anyway, they had those, but they had their chocolate raspberry ice cream. And that was phenomenal. It was unbelievable.
There you go.
And then when they took it away, when they closed the store down, my whole world blew up. Then I had to go find some kind of replacement for it. So luckily, the ice cream gods were looking down on me and said, go to Godiva. Go to Godiva. And so I went to Godiva, and sure enough, they had a chocolate raspberry ice cream that was to die for. Well, guess what? Godiva took that away. They took the ice cream out of the stores. It's unbelievable.
Savages.
They took ice cream out. And so, you can get a shake, or you can actually get the ice cream. They had the little styrofoam cooling containers for the little pints that you would buy. And I think it was $5, but buddy, it was worth every bit of $5, I'll tell you. But then Godiva took those out of their stores. Now they make, you go in there wanting a piece of chocolate, but then you kind of want a shake or something. Now they make these like iced liquid drinks, and it's garbage, man. I mean, for me, that's not the kind of thing. I want an ice cream shake. If I'm walking into a place and I'm thinking ice cream, you give me an ice cream shake, and I'll show you a very happy guy. That's for sure. But now Haagen-Dazs, sticking with that theme, because they do have this phenomenal Belgian chocolate ice cream. I love that. I mean, look, we're not getting paid for this, folks. We're just talking ice cream. You know why? Because we can. That's why. So Haagen-Dazs, they have new ice cream bars that won't crack when you bite into them. Yes! Now, you know about that. When you bite into maybe one of those Heath Bar or Nestle Crunch Bar ice cream things, when you bite it, it's like it breaks halfway down, and then you got this big thing that kind of slaps you in the face. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah. So you get these ice cream bars, and you're like, what the heck, man? I mean, these things break halfway down when you just bite the little tip off. But what Haagen-Dazs did is they perfected this. Now, they made us rethink boxes of chocolate, of course, as Valentine's Day goes. When it was released back, they released their Ruby Cacao bars earlier this year. Now, they featured vanilla ice cream dips into a picture-perfect Ruby Cacao shell. And, of course, got us used to the idea of eating Haagen-Dazs by the bar instead of by the pint. Now, while those beautiful bars are sadly available for limited time only, the ice cream maker just dropped an even more innovative product, which isn't like to leave the stores. It's not likely to leave the stores whatsoever. I'm telling you, man, this is the next coming of the ice cream bar. Its new line of soft dip bars featuring their ice cream covered in a soft chocolate truffle coating. The coating is so smooth that it won't make a cracking sound when you sink your teeth into it. Now that's soft.
Whoa. So it doesn't chip off and you get that the shell, essentially, that chocolate shell?
You are just diving your teeth down slowly into this ice cream bar. Everybody driving home from work right now saying, come on, man, stop talking about ice cream. I'm dying. I haven't had dinner yet. Guess what? There are 3 flavors from which to choose from, of course, and it's the soft dip vanilla, the soft dip chocolate, and the soft dipped caramel. Has caramel ice cream with an added caramel swirl. Just like the Ruby Cacao bars, the new soft dip bars will also come in packets of 3. Now, they'll hit stores pretty soon, and of course, this was confirmed by their PR firm. All right, so this is good stuff. Look, if bars aren't your thing, you can instead jump into the ice cream brandy booze spirit collection. Oh, yeah, the brandy booze spirit collection. They got that, too. Summer came early, and Haagen-Dazs recently confirmed the rumors that its rumored rosé and cream flavor was a reality. Let you choose to dive your face into a carton of its sibling, the Whiskey Hazelnut Latte. How do you like that? And there's a little something different for you. You know what? While everyone's talking garbage on television, we're talking ice cream and stuff that everybody can relate to. How do you like that? Yes! What do you think about all that ice cream talk?
Man, that's some good stuff. I'm a big hazelnut fella. I like hazelnut. I think that's my favorite creamer for coffee. Because you know me, I drink a gallon of coffee a day. I don't even touch
your nachos, right?
Exactly. Like that's the thing for me. I don't even. I drink my coffee with water. Like that's where I hydrate from.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. For me, my favorite subject is usually ice cream. And you've seen every now and then I will send you a photo or something that shows a glorious ice cream sundae or something of the sorts. Now I'm going to see if I could do this for everybody at home here in our last minute. So everybody at home, I'm going to show a picture of something that I got, and let's see if you can see this. Sonar, what is it for everybody that can't see it?
It looks like a delicious sundae right there, cherry and everything.
Yes, sir. That is a hot fudge sundae. And I'll tell you what, I'm the guy that will go to all ends of the earth to get the glorious hot fudge sundae. In fact, that sundae that was just shown on television for all you people listening on the radio, that sundae was just one of those I gotta have them's. If your last meal is going to be X, mine is probably going to be an ice cream sundae. But this sundae, it wasn't just a sundae. It also had a sidecar of hot fudge on top of that. That's exciting. So imagine getting your favorite sundae, and there wasn't enough room in the container for the hot fudge because there was some, but not enough. And I asked the lady, and she filled it back up. And her name was Esperanza, and that was at it was at the Baskin Robbins up in Centennial here in Las Vegas. So she did a great job. I promised her I'd mention her. Tell you what, folks. Ice cream, what could be better? Back here in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come here on the circus. Have your ice cream.
Do you have any questions about legal issues? Have you ever been stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket that you're scared to deal with? Have you ever been in trouble with the law and don't know what to do? Do you have a will or power of attorney question? Is your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know where to turn? Maybe you were given a contract that you don't understand. For freedom and a worry-free solution, call for Legal Shield today at 213-245-1305. It's that simple. You will have access to high-quality law firms that will fight for you for less than $1 a day. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit us at nocourt.us. It's justice for all and not justice for some. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's ABTRUSTCO.com or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. This is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus. Why listen to the same old dog and pony show that you've heard all day long? The Sports Circus covers everything that other shows don't or are too scared to cover. There's no primetime show like it out here that'll punch you in the mouth and you'll beg for more. You can call in and participate with our chaos if you dare. Join me and celebrity guests for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. Pacific here on AMP TV or stream the show live at thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day. So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-12 1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from the mobile AMP.TV studios here in fabulous Las Vegas. I'm in the bubble, the mobile studios for AMP.TV, AAMP.TV. Folks, make sure you check out the Sports Circus website, which would be thesportscircus.com. Check that out for our future guests, our prior guests, our podcast. Check out our partners. Some great charities are represented. And also, one of our partners, got to make mention of them, which would be the College of Southern Nevada Athletics. Great organization, fantastic athletics, good academics at the College of Southern Nevada. In fact, in my opinion, the best institution in Southern Nevada, period. But check them out for special events and upcoming games and so forth. That's the collegeofsouthernnevada.com. But better yet, it is csncoyotes.com. csncoyotes.com. Check them out. All right, so a lot of people don't have ideas about some of the things in baseball. They're trying to figure out maybe where, like when you're keeping score, where there's why is there a K used for strikeouts? Why is, I don't know, what is an immaculate inning? Can an umpire eject a fan? Can an umpire eject another umpire? Stuff like that. Let's go back to the use of the letter K for a strikeout. A little baseball trivia for you. Now, there was a guy a long time ago. His name is Henry Chadwick. He's a little-known baseball pioneer. Chadwick used S for sacrifice when keeping score and K for strikeout. He did use the K because the K is the prominent letter in the word strike, which was used more frequently than strikeout. Some scorers use a forward K for a swinging strikeout and a backwards K when they're caught looking. I kind of like that. But a lot of people, Sonar, don't know about that when it comes to keeping score. You ever see these people keep score at a baseball game?
Yeah, I mean, it's in the back of the brochure a lot of times, or the pamphlet or whatever you get.
But they don't know why a K is used. They'll know that you put a K for a strikeout, but people are like, well, why in the world am I using a K?
Well, I
Kinda
figured
like
it was the stronger consonant.
Yeah, like the K, where I still call it Comiskey for Comiskey Park on the south side of Chicago. Yes!
There you go.
That's right. It's not the guaranteed rate, whatever the hell, then they call it U.S. Cellular or whatever. No, it's Comiskey Park.
But to be fair, maybe spelling was different a couple hundred years ago, you know? Maybe they had different things because, baseball was invented before they believed in germs and washing your hands, right? You know that.
Not necessarily. No, not really. I didn't know that, but I do know that the K is used when keeping score. For all of our listeners here on the Sports Circus, they know better, and they know that a K is used for keeping score.
Exactly. Well, that's what the K is for, keeping score, right?
Right.
K.
Right.
What are you doing over there? I'm keeping score with a K.
That's right. That's the K. All right. A round of applause for you for that improvisation. See if I can spit that word out. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think... Let me ask you, better yet, what is the maximum strikeouts that you can actually have in one inning?
Well, man, that's some math there. In an inning, maximum strikeouts? In one inning. 6.
In one inning.
6, right?
No, okay, now let's take it in a half an inning.
Half an inning, 3.
Wrong. Guess again.
Wait a minute. 3 strikes, you're out, right?
Correct.
3 outs, you're done.
Correct.
So you have 3 strikeouts, and that's the maximum.
Wrong.
Wait, I don't understand. Can you have a fourth strikeout?
You could.
How? How do you have 4 outs?
You could have a 5th strikeout. You could have a 20th strikeout. The point is, it is limitless. People say, well, wait a minute. What the heck are you talking about? For example, have there ever been 5 strikeouts in 1 inning? Well, there's no recorded evidence of a 5 strikeout inning ever happening in the majors, but the Yankees Class A affiliate, the River Dogs of the Southern Atlantic League, did it in 2011. How does this happen? How does it happen to get some kind of a 4, 5, 6 strikeouts in an inning? How does that even happen?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
After the 3rd guy, aren't you supposed to be switching sides?
Okay, here's how it happens. Imagine you have strike 2. The ball's coming at you, right? Pitcher throws the ball, and guess what? The batter swings. There's a drop 3rd strike. The ball goes back to the backstop, and the batter runs to first base and beats the throw to first base because that's how you have to throw them out. Fact is, there are no limits because that situation can occur over and over. I mean, it's unlikely, but yes, it can occur. So a drop 3rd strike or a pass ball on a swinging 3rd strike where the catcher did not stop the ball, but there's no foul ball, right? Mm-hmm. No foul ball whatsoever. The fact is that play will continue on. That player technically, if they can run really fast, they can run around all the bases and score on a swinging 3rd strike, but that 3rd strike doesn't mean it's an out. Meaning you have to put the player out at first base for them to actually be out.
So you have
just
to
because
complete.
They swung.
So you have to complete the entire process. So the catcher still has to catch it for it to essentially count as an out or a strike out. You can still have a strike, but it's not a strike that would count for an out unless the catcher catches it.
Right. If the catcher doesn't catch the ball, if it drops it, and let's say he just blocks the ball, right? Or he or she. If they block the ball, but they didn't catch it, then they have to throw to first for the putout. So therefore, 5 strikeouts, yes, that actually did happen in the Yankees Class A affiliate, River Dogs, one of their games back in 2011. So technically, you can have 4 strikeouts in an inning, 5, 6, 10. I mean, if the catcher is really that bad, I mean, geez, just put a German Shepherd back there. That's the kind of result you're going to get.
When do you pull the guy?
Yeah, well, you better do something. I don't know. But if it's your only catcher, then you have to make it so the batter can actually put the ball in play. And that's why there's a lot of pitchers out there over time. You've seen guys like Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux would do something called pitch to contact. And when a pitcher pitches to contact, what they'll do is they will throw the ball over the plate, but they'll make it so the batter actually has to hit the ball. Otherwise, it's going to be called a strike, right? So therefore, go ahead, hit the ball. I got 7 guys behind me as the pitcher. I'm going to say, go ahead, you put the ball in play. I think you're going to beat it into the ground. My infielders and myself, there's really 5 infielders, right? The pitcher, first, second, third, and short. So what will happen then is I'm taking my chances by saying, all right, I'm going to pitch to contact. I want you, the batter, to try to hit that ball. So when you have a bad catcher, for example, this kind of thing actually happens, but also it makes the game move a lot faster. So you take a guy like Greg Maddux who pitched to contact, take a guy like on the opposite side of town in Chicago, take a guy like Mark Burley. He got the game going really fast, and his games were actually basically under 2 hours in length, which in today's time is almost unheard of. But the idea is to make those batters hit the ball. When you got a bad catcher and you're scared of them dropping a 3rd strike, now you're not going to throw that dipping and diving curveball or that low slider that's going to hit the dirt. and try to get people swinging on those pitches. So the problem is you're forced then to pitch to contact. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because you
Right.
have to. You got to make them swing at it. Otherwise, they're just going to keep getting strikes and strikes and strikes.
Right. Well, that's the idea, right? So actually, it keeps your outfielders and your infielders more in the game, too. So the idea is, look, and I had a hard time with this as a former pitcher. My problem was I wanted to strike everybody out. And this goes all the way back to when I was a kid at 12 years old and I played on this team. The team was called Danco for some insurance company back in suburban Chicago, back in Oak Park, Illinois. Anyway, it was the worst team in the history of the league. It was really bad. We won 1 out of 20 games, not because the pitching was bad. No, it's because our infielders couldn't stop anything. And our outfielders couldn't catch anything either. So I'm 12 years old. This was my only experience playing baseball before high school. So I had it burnt into my head that, oh, no. You have to strike everybody out because you can't trust the 7 guys behind you or even your catcher. So, unfortunately, when you're a kid,
you were the first line of defense. You're the vanguard. The more people you stop, the less they have to stop. But
right.
It's still a team game.
It is a team game, and I had to learn that. And unfortunately for me, it was a very tough learning process. And I learned this in high school, and my coach was telling me, let him hit the ball. I'm like, no, why would I let him hit the damn ball? No, I'd be stupid to let him hit the ball. He goes, no. You have 7 guys behind you. Let them hit the ball. Throw it where the catcher lines up, which I already had a hard enough time doing that anyway. But the fact is, I still wanted to strike everybody out. And I took it personal when somebody actually put the ball in play against me. That was me because I was always concerned about the 7 guys behind me going all the way back to my 12-year-old league. So parents, if you're out there listening and you have maybe a son or a daughter that's a pitcher in baseball and they're trying to strike everybody out, ask them why, but get the real reason. And I guarantee it's not because they're trying to be some glorified superhuman on the team. It's just that they don't trust the 7 people behind them that are playing the game, right? A lot of pitchers have that problem, even in Major League Baseball. They try to strike everybody out. And this is what the difference is between a Major League Baseball, a good pitcher, and a superstar. The superstar says, go ahead, hit it. I dare you to hit it. Because you ain't going to get it past our guys anyway, so it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's
the argument makes sense.
It's the team aspect of it with your guys being there.
Right. Now, speaking about strikeouts and so forth, there's something called an immaculate inning. Now, it occurs when a pitcher strikes out all 3 batters he faces, and the catcher, of course, catches the ball, right? And that's in 1 inning, and using the minimum possible pitches of 9. So it's basically good morning, good afternoon, good night. You're out. One of those things. Now, as of 2015, there have been 80 immaculate innings recorded in Major League Baseball history. Lefty Grove, Sandy Koufax, Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, the big unit, Chris Sale, who has got big problems, another conversation for another time, Max Scherzer, the guy with the blue eye and the brown eye, crazy stuff, and Kevin Gausman are the only pitchers to achieve an immaculate inning on 2 separate occasions, with Sandy Koufax doing it 3 times. Imagine that. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, 3 times in a row. Talk about demoralizing to the other club, to the club with the stick in the hand. Buddy, that's bad news. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Just being that team to see your guys go down in 9 pitches. You're not hitting the ball. You're not doing nothing. That ball is blowing by your people, or they're making them look so bad.
Are you even playing? Do you even have a bat?
Yeah, I know. Exactly. It's the invisible bat. It's the bat that's Swiss cheese bat. That's what it is. All right, folks, that's going to do it for the Sports Circus today. I'm your Ringmaster Sal. A big thanks for Sonar. And we'll see you next time right here on your favorite station. Until then, so long, everyone.
So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
California headline.